Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics. Welcome back, little listeners. And today on Falling Apart in Your 50s.
Oh, we should have another podcast that's just about that.
Well, okay, so that's two podcast ideas now. We've got Banters and Bullshit and
Right.
Falling Apart in Your 50s.
I feel like everything we do is banter and bullshit.
It's true. Yeah. But today on Falling Apart in Your 50s, why
Yes.
did I lead in with that, Priya?
Well, two reasons.
Yeah.
First of all, because my body is literally falling apart, and today I've had very little sleep, and I'm barely keeping it together.
Yeah.
And secondly,
My
I turn
memory.
it over to you.
Yeah. My memory is obviously falling apart because, little listeners, this is take two
Yeah.
of this episode 74. Why take two? Because Ding Dong over here
Right.
forgot to press the record button.
Thank you for taking full accountability.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
An hour of our life
Yes.
bantering and bullshitting.
And an hour of life that was very painful for me to get through.
Yeah, but take two is going to be so different. Why?
Because I have had a chocolate chip cookie,
Yes.
which I'm in the midst of eating.
Uh-huh.
And Mike's got his gin and Dubonnet.
Gin and Dubonnet.
So we're happy campers. I've got my mint tea, and
Yeah.
we're going to fucking bang through this.
We're banging this.
Let's bang it.
Banging.
Let's bang through it.
Yeah. So other than not sleeping last night, how's your week been?
Right. It's been, oh God. I blanked.
You blanked.
I was like, what happened this week? Yeah, it's been a good week.
So memorable.
So memorable. I went out for a very belated 3 months later birthday dinner and a movie last night.
Zing.
No, but it was lovely.
Yeah.
We went to see Ready or Not, Here I Come, which is
Ready
the sequel.
or not, here I come.
It's a horror movie. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
a very fun ride.
Oh, okay. I can't do horror movies.
I wouldn't actually call it horror. It's not scary so much as it's kind of like it's basically this woman gets married into this very wealthy family, and then at the wedding dinner, they make her pull a card, and they're like, whatever card you pull, we have to play that game. And so she thinks it's all fun and games, but when she pulls hide and seek, they tell her, oh, that's the bad card. And then basically she has to play hide and seek and survive until dawn with all of them trying to kill her. It's very
What?
twisted. Yeah.
Who's
it's-
in this movie?
What's her name? Samara Weaving?
Never heard of her.
But in the sequel that I saw last night, it has Sarah Michelle Gellar, who is Buffy, the Vampire
Buffy,
Slayer.
yeah.
It has Elijah Wood.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And also an actor that I am currently obsessed with, Sean Hatosy. Do you know
Don't
him?
know.
He was in Animal Kingdom, the TV series. He's now sort of a guest star on The Pit.
Okay.
He's just a fantastic actor, and he plays a sociopath
Okay.
in this, which he played in Animal Kingdom very well.
Okay. Yeah.
I was terrified of him in that, but he's also just extremely
Typecast?
no, he's just very charming. Like
Yeah.
in The Pit, I love his character. He's
Okay.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, this week has been a good week. So at the time of recording, this is the week before the
We
Easter
say
break.
that very often.
I know, because we want to let people know, and it's a lead in to what I'm about to tell you.
Something very important, I'm sure.
Such a
Better already.
yeah. So leading into this week, it's a short week because we have Friday off. It's Good Friday.
Do you also have Monday off?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't get Easter Monday off. But what I'm doing with some colleagues is we are going to go out we're going to do a happy hour on Thursday. We're going to go out after work, a group of us. We don't do it very often, but we're all looking forward to it.
That's fun.
It's been a very intense first couple of months of 2026.
Right.
And so we're going to
First
go
3
and
months. I mean,
yeah.
we're almost in April. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What's also crazy to me is that my family business opens in like just over a month.
Right.
We did it.
Yeah.
We've made it.
You made it. Yeah, you made it through the winter. Good
Now,
for you.
don't you also have plans on Friday? You said you have plans on Friday. What's fun happening on Friday for you? Because
On
when we
Friday?
talked about recording and going out this long weekend, you said, "Oh, I can't do Friday."
Oh, yeah. That's because we're having Easter with my husband's family.
Oh,
We're
okay.
doing an Easter brunch.
Oh,
hmm
brunch?
Yeah, we're going to do Good Friday brunch.
Oh, great, because you're off Friday. Okay.
hmm
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. That's coming up. Yeah. I also want to do a couple of things. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Donna in England.
Cheerio, Donna.
Hello, Donna love.
Hello, Donna.
So Donna and I have been texting back and forth on Instagram.
Right, the gram.
She's talented, super talented artist. She's one of my favorite cousins. She's very creative, very funny.
What type of art?
She's a visual artist.
Oh, like a painter?
Multimedia.
Cool.
Yep. And she's so creative and so super talented. And all my life, whenever I've gone to England and visited, we've always gotten along really well. And so we've been messaging back and forth. And I think she's a little listener. So she sent me a message on Instagram and she said, "Is this your full-time job now?"
Oh, right.
Because
the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because she saw our video promoting the last week's episode, and I said, "No, it's definitely not our first my full time job." But I said to her, "You would be an amazing podcaster because she's so funny. Like I could picture her having a really good. I don't know what the concept would be, but her and my other cousin, her brother Andrew, is." Those two are cutting. When they're together, they're just hilarious.
That would be funny.
Very funny.
Funny dynamic.
But she said to me, "Oh no, I don't think I could ever do that." She says, "I think you're so brave." I'm like, "Brave?" She's like, I guess for putting it all out there.
Do you take that as a compliment?
I do. Yes, I do. I take it as a
Maybe-
compliment. I don't know.
A backhanded compliment?
No. Why would that be backhanded?
I just wonder when oh my God, I just had a memory. Once, like probably 30 years ago, I was at a film festival and there was this Canadian film where the two lead actresses had a scene where they were completely nude running in a field.
Okay.
And I saw one of the actresses in the bathroom and I was like, you know what? It's very brave of you, like that performance. And she looked at me and she was like, "Why is it brave?" And I was just like, "Oh, I meant it as a compliment."
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I didn't know why she took that in that way.
Right.
But now I guess I'm now putting that onto you. Like, do you think she was saying like it's brave because like
You're terrible? I didn't take it that way, but now that you pointed it out, maybe she did. No, I don't think that's what she meant. I hope that's not what she meant. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Clarification.
We're not doing that. We're doing this for our own fun. and
That's
just
true.
thinking-
That's true. And we like us.
Yeah. We think we're funny.
And
But-
you know who else thinks we're funny?
Who?
Jason.
Yes, he does.
Jason thinks we're funny, and Jason wrote into us about last week's episode.
Thank you, Jason.
Always appreciate your insights. Just a couple of things that he commented on that I thought were entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just check to make sure we're actually recording
I just
this
double
time?
checked. Yeah. Mhm.
I also want to say that I already feel like the energy is better. Don't
Yes,
you?
I totally do. Yeah.
Oh, in that first take, I was just like, I was
Cranky pants.
not doing well.
No.
And let's hope we get through this.
We will.
Before I get to the crash part of the sugar high.
Just keep going then.
Fuck's sakes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So he said, "Mike, I'm curious how your beard looks." Looked. I have to say that your comment, "I've got pubic hair on my face. It's all curly and crazy and sticking out everywhere. Are you sure it was from your beard?" Joke. And then he commented on something I said where he goes, "I actually guffawed when you wondered whether one of the singers at the karaoke I experienced on my vacation had cerebral palsy." Oh my God, hilarious. Yes, about as politically incorrect as possible, but hilarious. I love the fact that you are upfront enough to actually say that on the podcast. Laugh my ass off. Do you think, Mike, that was a mistake for me to say?
No, I don't know. We haven't gotten any backlash from anybody. So.
Okay, because I was waiting to hear what Vi had to say about it.
Yeah, my mom has not commented yet on last
Maybe
week's
she hasn't
episode.
heard it. Maybe she hasn't heard it.
Maybe not. Or maybe she was so offended that she just can't bring herself to say
I
anything.
hope not. I
That's not
did
true.
preface the comment when
Yeah.
I said it by saying I don't mean this in a
Yeah, you did.
derogatory, but it's only going to come out
Yeah.
sounding.
Well, the way you described it, it's too bad you didn't have a recording of it that we could have played.
I wish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I can't mimic it because that would just be worse. I tried mimicking it a little bit, and that was not a good
But
move.
speaking of karaoke,
Yeah.
the gin and Dubadé is kicking in, and
Yes,
I'm
because
starting to get a
you've
bit drunk right
drunk
now.
half of it already
Yeah.
in like 5 minutes.
Speaking of karaoke, did you know that there's a karaoke place on Bathurst where you can rent rooms?
Mhm.
You do
Right
know
behind
that?
behind the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know about
That
that.
is my former roommate Nick, one
Oh,
of his good
that's
friends.
his-
That's his
right,
wine bar /
okay.
karaoke place. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to be going there in a couple of weeks because a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, is hosting a karaoke party there.
Is this open to guests?
It is not. It is not. I'm telling you this because I didn't know if you knew about it. But I also did think that you would probably want to get in on it. The thing is, other people will want to sing. And if you're there, I don't think
Wow.
they'll get that chance.
How about I just come for a song?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's your thing. Although you did surprise us last week in last week's episode where you say you walked out of karaoke. I'm still
I did.
in shock that
Yeah.
was something that you were able to do.
Yeah. See, I have self-control.
You do. Yeah. Okay, well, listen.
I
Okay.
think it's terribly rude of you to tell me about a karaoke event
Yeah.
and then tell me I am explicitly not invited
I'm
to it.
just rubbing it in.
That is
and
rude.
then
When is this party?
I will come back and I will report on that
When
party.
is this party?
and I will-
Just asking for a
You
friend.
can't eat your food and record a
Sorry.
podcast. It's so rude.
It's for the sake of the people.
It is the sake of the people.
It's for the people.
I think it's the sake of you.
It's
Keep the energy going. Keep the
yes,
energy
exactly. When is this party? You
going.
will
Not
tell me.
telling. Yeah, it's going to
okay,
happen.
okay.
It's going to happen. But listen, you just mentioned something about a memory and saying something to an actor. And that kind of reminds me of something that's been on my mind this week.
Okay.
Do you know the word ruminate?
Why, yes, Michael. I am in fact familiar with this term.
It's a great word.
I consider myself a big fan.
A first-class ruminator?
A first-class ruminator.
Yeah.
Deep. You know I like it deep, but deep ruminations over
Yeah.
here.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Why? Why did this word come to your mind?
Because I find that I do a lot of rumination.
Hmm.
I replay things over in my head
Okay.
quite a bit.
Yeah, do we all?
Yeah. And so I've just been thinking this week about,
Oh, don't do that. You'll hurt yourself.
I've been ruminating about things that I've said in my past
Okay.
that were innocent in the way I intended for them to be delivered, but actually did not land that way.
How far in the past are we talking? Like a couple of weeks ago?
No,
months?
like at least like one of the memories is about 20 plus years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're holding on to things.
And so one of the questions I have about it is, what is it about it that I can't let go of? Like, why is that still stuck? Why am I still thinking about it?
Well, can we have some context, please? What did you say?
Okay. So do you remember when we worked together at CAMH?
I sure do.
Okay. And there was a mail room. So all the mail would come to the hospital and then it would get dispersed to the
Yeah.
different units and departments. And you and I worked for an arts organization. We would get different packages, films, artwork, that sort of thing. There was one day where I called down to the mail room
Okay.
and I asked if there was a package that had been delivered for us. And the guy that was working in the mail room had a very strong, very thick accent,
Okay.
South Asian accent. And I had asked, I can't remember exactly what I was asking for, but I had asked if the package was there. And he kept trying to say something to me. And I thought that what he said was
Right.
something like, I can't understand English. That's what I thought he said.
Okay.
And it was something like that. And I responded back with what I thought he had said, and he slammed the phone down. And I was like absolutely mortified because as soon as let's say he said, I don't understand English. I said to him, you don't understand English?
Oh, I see. I was like, okay. So you thought he said that he didn't
yes.
understand English, and then you questioned whether that's
I
what
was
he was saying.
repeating what he was saying.
But then he took offense because he thought you were saying you don't understand English?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then I immediately, as soon as he hung up the phone, I was like, oh, fuck. And so I went down to the mailroom and I tried to apologize and explain myself and everything. He was having none of it.
Oh.
But, over time, of course, we got past it. But still, it's like, that's one of those things that's in my head. And I don't know why I keep replaying it. Do you have any of those kinds of examples?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I obsess about things I've said to people. Like, even not so much
in the podcast.
No, I mean, like, not so much recently, because in the last few years we've talked about how few fucks I have to give.
Right.
And I just have come to the realization that I am obsessing about something, whereas that person has probably forgotten about it long ago, and they don't obsess about it.
Right.
So I've learned to be a little more gentle on myself. However, when you just brought up this memory, it reminded me of something I said to a friend, actually the friend of ours who used to work with us at that same place.
Yeah.
Later on, she and I worked at another job together, and I said something so stupid, and I cannot repeat that because I couldn't even believe it was offensive. It was about her boyfriend.
Oh.
And it came out very offensively. I was just I don't know, I was like uncomfortable and awkward for whatever reason meeting this person. And something blurted out of my mouth before my brain had a chance to check it.
Yeah.
And then I did obsess about it. I apologized to them both. But yeah, I can't, I still, when I think about that, I'm like, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Why do you think we do that?
Because we are very good at punishing ourselves.
Like the rumination part, like not letting it go. Do you think that there's any lessons to be learned from?
Well, I'm
like,
sure.
Why do we hold on to that? Why can't we just move on?
God, I don't know. But I will say that in the book that I'm reading, The Body, they have said that we have no real understanding of why the brain holds on to certain memories and not others. So, for example, you can remember that. I can remember what I said to this friend ages ago in a moment that I'm sure she hasn't thought about since then. But I can't tell you, like, you asked me, how was your week? And I'm like,
Yeah.
But why?
Short-term and long-term memory things.
But even with long-term, like sometimes you will say, do you remember when we did this or something?
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, I have zero memory of that.
Yeah.
Or even when you said, remember when we went to this concert? And I was like, no, I went to that concert with my boyfriend at the time. You weren't there.
Yeah.
Memory is a weird, elusive thing.
So what is this book you're reading?
It's called The Body. And it is a fascinating, I'm not really reading it. I'm listening to it on audiobook. But it's just taught me so much. It's called, full title, The Body, A Guide for Occupants by Bill Bryson. It's blowing my mind constantly.
What has blown your mind? Give us an example.
Okay. So in our brain, we can store, and I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, in 1 grain of sand worth of space in our brains, we could hold, I think he said some crazy thing like thousands of volumes of his audiobook in 1 tiny grain of sand, like that size. Imagine the size of your brain.
How does he know that?
Well, because he has interviewed so many doctors and scientists, and he talks about your body from, the first chapter is about what composes our body, atoms and molecules and tissue and this and that and all this stuff. Like, he breaks it down, and then chapter by chapter goes to the brain, the digestive system. I've learned a lot about the
poo,
yes, and farts, and how some people like, there's no reason why it's interesting why we can smell farts in terms of the composition they have, whereas when there's so much methane, when the amount of methane in the air is excessive, we can't smell it at all. But when it comes out in little amounts in someone's farts, you can smell it so distinctly. Like, The body is a magical,
Mhm.
magical thing.
Mhm. I have often had moments where they're like the body and space are two things that kind of blow my mind.
Yeah.
When I take a moment to think about the body and I think about what it's capable of, how
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
regenerate, like just all of the things. Like even I know, and this is kind of gross. I don't want to talk about poo, but just the idea that we put stuff into our mouths and we chew it up,
Mhm.
and then it goes through a process where it pulls out particles of whatever it is that we've consumed
Right.
and sends it off to wherever it needs to go.
Yeah.
And the other stuff gets processed
Mhm.
and then
Discarded.
the machine just pushes it out.
Right. I know. I'll tell you a couple other random facts that I learned today because I was just listening to it on the way over here. While we're sleeping, well, first of all, sleep.
Mm-hmm.
There is no scientific explanation for why our bodies need to be unconscious in order to get rest and restore. So why do we need to sleep for, they say 8 hours is average, basically a third of our day? So this author is 66 and he was saying like, basically I've slept for 22 years of my life. Isn't that insane?
Jesus. Okay. So can you rest and not be unconscious?
Apparently not. Well,
So unconscious rest
Mhm.
is the best kind of rest.
yes, for your body
But we
too.
don't know why.
We don't know why.
Huh.
Also, bears, who we consider to be when we talk about hibernation,
Like me?
what?
I'm a bear.
Oh God, do you
In my
consider yourself a
community.
bear?
I think
No.
I've got
You
bearish
wouldn't
qualities.
wear leather and stuff. That's what I think of as. Oh, Mike.
I'm just saying.
Do you?
I have leather shoes. I have a leather coat.
Do you have leather chaps
No. No chaps.
or like a harness?
No comment.
A no comment is always a certain yes, sir.
Anywho, bears.
Okay,
What
yes.
were you saying?
Bears, we're going to get back to that off the podcast, who we generally consider as hibernating creatures, do not in fact hibernate because true hibernation means the body temperature has to be at 0 degrees or lower, I guess.
Okay.
But bears do not reach that level. So they're more accurately in a state of torpor, TORPUR,
Okay.
when they are sleeping, which is just a really, really heavy sleep.
So he talks about the body in general, not just of humans, but of.
Well, he was just sort of relating it to, the state of hibernation as a extreme version
Form.
of sleep or
Oh, okay.
rejuvenation.
Yeah.
Also, just randomly, back to humans, the human males generally have an erection for about 2 hours every night when they're sleeping.
I can vouch for that.
And females, blood rushes to their genitals, and we don't know why during sleep.
Huh.
Also,
Storage?
dreams is not
Yeah,
explained.
dreams. Yeah, they totally.
Crazy.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think I might check this book out.
You
because
really
it
should.
does sound fascinating.
I'm going to listen to it multiple times because the amount of information I've got from it is it's constantly fascinating.
Look at you,
I know.
just growing.
I'm a very well read. Who was
Mm-hmm.
the person who wrote in and said that like Priya sounds so intelligent? It's
Yeah.
because I'm like so smart. I'm
Yeah.
like highly intelligent. I've taken
Totally.
IQ tests. God,
Totes.
tell her to
Shut it.
That's right. Ah,
Hot.
God.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The emojis,
Uh-huh.
thumbs up,
Uh-huh.
passive aggressive, or normal,
Oh,
or acceptable, or whatever.
I mean, I didn't know passive aggressive was an option. Why is that an option for it's a thumbs up.
apparently, Gen Z,
Yeah.
I think it's Gen Z, they think the emoji thumbs up is not an appropriate response. I use thumbs up all the time.
Yes, you do it on our text messages.
Yeah.
Sometimes exclusively as opposed to a response. So
That is a response. It is.
maybe I understand what they're saying. I'm going to look this up. Okay. It's actually the first thing that comes up when you type
Yeah.
in thumbs up emoji. Passive aggressive comes up.
Yeah.
The thumbs up emoji is increasingly considered passive aggressive and rude, particularly by Gen Z,
Gen Z.
because it is viewed as a cold, dismissive, or low effort acknowledgement, similar to a curt K or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I find that kind of fascinating that they're offended by low effort.
Yeah. And their entire lives are low effort?
Well, I mean, like isn't Gen Z like the digital
That's true.
generation
They
and
can't even sit
everything
through a
is
movie.
yeah.
Yeah. This is the part I find more offensive. While older generations use it for agreement,
Yeah.
younger users interpret it as a hostile way.
It's very efficient.
I agree. I just don't like being part of that older generation now.
Yeah, well, we are, and you're just going to
Anyways.
have to get over that one.
I know.
So that was a big learning for me this week because
yeah.
I had no idea. I use it all the time, constantly giving thumbs up because as an administrator, a lot of the work I do is by email.
Right?
And rather than bog people down with a response saying, received or, I agree or whatever,
Yeah.
I usually just use the thumbs up so
It's
that
quick
they
and
know
easy.
it's quick and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love quick and easy.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it.
I didn't mean it that way.
I'm not
Yeah.
touching this.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's something that I learned this week.
And I learned it as well. So then what about the thumbs down? Is that also?
I would think it's probably the same.
So you
Those
can't
Gen
do any
Zers.
thumbs. So if I give you a thumbs up physically,
Yeah.
is that also passive aggressive?
Well,
I mean, nobody does that.
that seems
really
kind of
anymore.
weird. Hey. Isn't that what the fonts
As
did?
I was saying it, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he did double, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
That's right.
Yeah. Does anybody actually give a thumbs up? It doesn't. really
Politicians.
happen. Right.
Politicians would. They'd be like,
Well, you know why? Because you're not allowed to point when you're a politician, like in speeches.
oh,
They're body language experts. They always make sure that you're not pointing when you're talking. So sometimes they'll
Why?
do this because it's considered as sort of like wagging your
finger
finger.
wagging.
Mhm. Or lecturing.
Oh, that's why they do the like squeeze, like the,
Sort
it's
of
like
like
they're
the-
holding a stick or something.
Yeah, or like with their thumb on top
Yeah.
of their. Yeah, it's a very
That's
weird
weird.
to watch
Yeah.
it. But
Huh.
yeah, I guess nobody does thumbs up anymore.
I didn't
I'm
know
going to
that.
keep an eye out for that.
I think we should bring it back.
I like it.
Let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back, babes.
All
That's
right.
also my new term that I'm using now, babes.
Babes?
Yeah, I really like it.
Give us an example of when you've used it.
Like Danielle will call me and I'll say, "Yeah, what's up, babes?" And she's like, "Oh, I hate that."
I love it. It's like, I really like it, Danielle. I hate that.
But then there have been times when I've said that and she's like,
Yeah.
"All right, it's growing on me." So it's my new thing, so get used to it, babes.
Okay. Yeah, I call Dawn babe all the time. I
But-
say babe all the time.
Did you hear what I said is different?
Babes.
That's right.
You have more than one.
It's just a different.
It's not a competition, Bria.
You know where I got it though? From a show you recommended to me, How to Get to Heaven from Belfast.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that
yeah.
crazy
Yes,
character?
yeah.
She said it all the time, and she
Yeah.
was such a fun character.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, babes.
Did you like that show?
I really did.
Wasn't it
was
great?
bizarro,
Totally. But it's so well written.
so well written,
Very entertaining.
so quirky. I could not get a finger on what genre it was.
Yeah.
It was like creepy, but funny, but a mystery.
Yeah. Did you watch Dairy Girls?
No.
You've never watched Dairy Girls?
I have tried,
Oh, God.
and I
it's so
just haven't
good.
been able to get into it. I'm going to try it again.
Go to the very first season.
That is where I started.
Okay. Yeah. It's
But I'll try again.
so funny.
Hmm.
Same writer.
I know Danielle loves it, and she has told me over and over to watch it. I know it's the same writer,
Yeah.
and I know that girl is also on Dairy Girls.
Yes. Yeah.
But I just couldn't get into it, so I'm going to have
Okay.
to give it another shot.
Yeah. It's a good show. Good
Okay.
show. All right. Well, listen, why don't we get into what this week's episode is about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
What is this week's episode about?
little listeners, now you all know that we rarely, if ever, censor ourselves here on Life is in the Lyrics. And that's because, as I already mentioned, we're running out of fucks to give.
Yeah. Well, speak for yourself. I censor myself all the time.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
Well, I'll tell you, it is a byproduct of being a gay man. Or, sorry, it's a byproduct of being gay.
Huh?
Yeah.
How?
Because growing up, knowing that you were different and not really being able to put a finger on it and learning as you get.
You put a finger in it, though?
No. But you learn to, you've just learned to censor yourself and restrict yourself and check yourself in so many different situations.
Okay.
And so it's a habit that is very hard to unhabit.
Yes, and I'm going to yes and you right
Yeah.
now, okay? I think you are like that on the podcast. And off the podcast? No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
There are times that there are certain situations where I can be unfiltered for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. And when you and I are together and we're not recording, I mean, the two of us
100%
are
of the time, the
ridiculous.
two of us are together.
Yeah.
You
we're-
are uncensored.
We are.
Unfiltered.
We
yes.
are. But my point that I was making
Right.
in terms of the gay context was really that, and I would think there's probably a
I
parallel as a
was
woman.
going to say,
Yeah.
and as a woman of color, like
Mhm.
when I grew up, I didn't swear. I did not swear like in high school or anything. It's really only been probably in the last like
when I
10,
press record.
something happens to me. Something just, the spirit moves me.
Yeah.
It's like if I got to express myself, I got to just,
Yeah.
whatever's going to come out, it's going to come
Mhm.
out. And it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of swearing.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, I do maybe let my guard down sometimes, but I do censor myself. It is true.
Well, my point in saying that is that
Uh-huh.
our topic this week is kind of about censorship, or maybe not exactly censorship. What we're talking about is lyrics that were changed for radio play.
Yeah. hmm
So I
Good
thought
topic.
good topic. We've
Mhm.
touched upon it in the past because I think there was an example that came up once in an episode, and we thought we should do an episode on this.
Yeah. And I was surprised actually when I was doing my research about how many songs, in terms of what's available
Mm-hmm.
online, there are a lot of songs that have changed for radio.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the same songs came up in terms of like
Yeah.
the ones that they referenced as being like, these are the, kind
Kind
of
of like the prime example.
yeah, prime examples.
Right.
Oh, God.
Ooh, squeaky.
I know.
So I think we had mutually agreed to talk just about a few.
Mhm.
And so let's just start kind of chronologically. The first one, this one I thought was really interesting. Tutti Frutti by
Yeah.
Little Richard,
Mm-hmm.
released way back in the late 1950s.
Yeah.
So the very famous a wop babaloo bop, a wop bam boom.
Tutti
That-
frutti, oh Rudy.
A
Tutti frutti, oh
oh,
Rudy.
Ooh, tutti.
Oh Rudy. Tutti frutti.
Do it again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the spirit moving in
Oh
you
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But that
Speaking
whole
of tutti frutti.
Oh, you are. Aw. Maybe that'll be my nickname for you now. Hey, Tutti
No,
Frutti.
no, don't say that. That's derogatory. That's terrible.
That's derogatory?
That's derogatory. Yeah.
We're going to come back to that when we move on to our next song.
Okay.
Okay. But the whole womp babaloo bop,
Mm-hmm.
that was just him riffing. He was trying to explain like a guitar riff or something that he was going to put into the song there.
Ah.
But the producers or the record label, when they heard that, they were like, what's that?
Huh.
We like that. That's catchy.
Oh.
And they put it in the song. That's how the song
Ah,
starts off.
I did not know that.
And then if you think of other songs of that era, it became kind of a common refrain in
Yeah,
many
like
songs.
a lot of doo-wop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a womp babaloo bop kind of became words that were used in
Yeah,
other
yeah.
fast, sort of upbeat songs of that era.
What would you say is a modern example of that?
Of like a
Of
term.
like a riff
Okay.
or something?
Well, Michael Jackson used to say chamois or something a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of happens in other songs too. Like other people have used that sort of term. There are just sounds that
Mhm.
sometimes you hear in songs that aren't really words that
Mhm,
just
mhm.
kind of have become a part of songs.
Yeah. I'm having a thing. Like there's something that's on the tip of my tongue and I'm trying to think of what it is.
Is that left over from last night?
You're so bad. No.
Aren't you glad I had the cookie now?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, I can't think of it, but yeah, there are some modern examples. So,
But although tutti frutti itself
Mhm.
is an Italian phrase meaning all fruits,
Mhm.
Little Richard admitted in his autobiography that the tutti frutti chorus was censored from an explicit lyric about anal sex.
Mm.
So the original lyric was tutti frutti, good booty. If it don't fit, don't force it. You can grease it, make it easy.
Okay. So tutti frutti. If it okay.
Good booty.
Okay. Tutti frutti, good booty. If it don't fit, don't force it. Ooh, you can grease it. Make it easy.
Tutti frutti, yeah.
I kind of like the edited version better, to be honest.
Well, I just can't believe that they said that back in the 50s. That is very explicit.
Well, yeah, and for him, who was a man of color
Mm-hmm.
in an era where, black entertainers were meant to entertain and not be considered.
Offensive or
Well, they were just like, from what I've learned through our podcast and our extensive research that we've done on various topics, black entertainers were meant to be entertainers. They weren't considered equals. Like, yeah, they could
Right.
go to these clubs and, perform and be the signature act, but they weren't considered equal enough to actually, go to that bar or go to that club as a patron.
True. And we've talked before about how Elvis Presley kind of appropriated a lot of black music that was happening at the time. And then he became hugely popular. Meanwhile, the black artists who had been doing that type of music
Right.
for many years were still kind of relegated to the
And what's another genre of music that was appropriated by the whites?
R&B,
Country.
country. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
country started out as they were people of color that were doing that were performing that music, and then they were whitewashed. And now, yeah. Anyways, okay. So that's a bit of a sidebar, but go on.
Well-
So what anything else about this song?
Yes, only that so he had a very explosive career. He kind of exploded onto the scene and was very popular for several years. But then by the end of that decade, he retreated from the mainstream kind of scene because he thought he was doing the devil's music. And then he went back to his hometown and sang gospel music. So he kind of censored himself,
Yeah.
which is weird. I wonder if that was...
But then he did perform that music after. Like
Yeah, I think he kind of
up
came
until
back
his
like...
death, he was
Yeah,
out there performing.
because probably it was...
Gotta pay
that
the
was
bills.
his... Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I gotta say, I like the edited version
Me too.
better, to be honest.
Although when I think of a recent song,
Mm-hmm.
Chapel Roan,
Oh God.
Chapel Roan has a song called Casual.
Okay.
And in her original lyrics, she sings, knee deep in the passenger seat and you're eating me out.
Oh Jesus.
But the alternative lyrics have been knee deep in the passenger seat and you're speeding downtown or you're freaking me out. So weird.
How does that song go?
Knee deep in the passenger seat and you're eating me out.
Okay, I've never heard this song.
You know, the song itself is rather interesting. It's like how it's two perspectives on a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about your mom's inviting me to spend weekends with your family. Is it still casual? Like you're eating me out on the passenger seat. Is that still casual? Like we fuck in the bathroom when you're at the restaurant when your family's at the table. Is that casual? Like I'm part of your life, but you're saying we're just casual. It's
Do you think this was written by the same person that she wrote that other song about, where she's like hanging out the sunroof and
which song is that?
God. Good Luck Babe?
I thought that was the one you were talking about. No, because Good Luck Babe, I believe, is about her and a female. Isn't it?
Well, isn't that one about a female?
Actually, no, I think Good Luck Babe is not about a female.
No, Good Luck Babe is about a female who's married to a woman,
man?
a man.
I don't know if it's...
I thought for some reason I had in my head that Casual was about a lesbian relationship.
It just says a relationship between lovers.
All right. Well, anywho, they did change the lyrics for radio. I've never heard that song before.
Yeah.
So,
It's a great song,
yeah,
but explicit.
it is explicit.
My point in that was that now I'm not, even though, actually, I am still shocked at it. When I heard those for the first time, I was like, oh my God, they can say that? But I think about 1950s, 75 years ago.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine talking about anal sex and if it's too tight and just grease it up.
Yeah.
It was a very puritanical time.
Yeah.
So it's shocking.
Mm-hmm.
But they changed it. So, and now it's nobody remembers those original lyrics. Most people don't know that it had those lyrics.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Any other songs you have on your list?
I think the other one, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. We all know the I want my MTV.
Yeah.
Do you know who sings that part of that song?
No.
Sting.
Oh, really?
I know.
What? Really?
Okay. We're laughing, guys, because
The first time I recorded it, I didn't know it. I was totally surprised.
Yeah. We're faking
Fake
some of our
surprising.
reactions, but come on,
Fake
guys.
surprise, fake
We're doing
surprise.
it for the
Yeah.
people, for the little listeners. Anyways, I was
I
very
didn't know
surprised.
that, actually.
I was like, what? Absolutely, that makes sense.
But now you can totally tell that is his voice.
I don't know how we didn't think of that. It's not the same voice,
No, I agree.
right?
Yeah.
Anyways, the lyric that was changed in this, originally they said, see the little faggot with the earring and the makeup. So they use the term faggot a lot. But the song was written in the third person.
Mm-hmm.
So really about a character, like about a blue collar worker who's looking at the lives of rock stars and saying like, these guys are like living the life. Meanwhile, I'm fucking fixing refrigerators here. And so they use the term faggots and then they replaced it with Queenie. How do you, what's your stance on that?
Huh. All right. Well, yeah, I don't like, we've talked about this before. I don't like, I'm not bothered by those words.
Okay.
Depending on the context. So if they're used in a way that's name calling and derogatory that way, like if someone's shouting at me and saying you fucking faggot or something like that, then that's offensive. I find that hurtful or offensive. But in other contexts, like it doesn't.
Like in the context of that song?
In the context of that song, I would say I'd have to listen to the song and listen to how the story is played out because I don't recall being offended by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's basically, previous to saying that word, he's saying like, we have to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. Like we're doing all this crazy hard labor, and see that guy with the earring and the makeup. He's got a jet plane. He's a millionaire. Like it's sort of like just being like
so it is
jealous and
yeah. So it is used in a derogatory.
Yeah.
So
but it's the character,
right,
not as opposed to the songwriters or the band themselves, right?
Right. Well, it's actually the thing I find a little more interesting about that is these stereotypes that get perpetuated. That these blue collar workers would think of calling, these musicians who wear makeup and whatever as faggots, but that may not be the case.
True. I mean, they specifically say sort of with the earring and that's his own hair. So they're kind of picturing this long-haired rock star with one earring as if like that's signifies that they are just inherently homosexual.
Yeah. But I don't know if people think, I don't know. I don't know if people that use that term in a derogatory way are necessarily accusing people of being homosexual.
Right.
More as using the idea of being as, how am I explaining this?
Yeah, say it.
It's like the concept of being a homosexual is a bad thing.
Right.
And so it's not that, they think you're homosexual. They're trying to find a word to put you down. And so
exactly
that's the word that they're using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, CBC didn't like it and wouldn't allow it. So, and eventually they changed it to Queenie.
To Queenie. I don't remember it. I don't remember that song with Queenie in it. But now that I think about it, I do remember hearing faggot.
And I don't remember hearing that term in this song. I also don't remember hearing Queenie. I just don't think I really
paid that attention. Yeah.
And we've talked about that before too. I never really listened to lyrics so much.
Okay. Okay. Well, when we talked about doing this episode, what did we say we were going to do?
Well, we said that we would mutually decide on a few songs to discuss so that it wasn't a case of like ping pong where I say something, then you come up with a song and then back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah.
Why, Mike?
Well, because
you went in a different direction, didn't you?
Kind of took a different direction, yes. Because as I was doing my research, I was going down a bit of a rabbit hole. I'm like, because part of what I was trying to figure out was why do some songs get edited when
Yeah.
you can access that music in other platforms
Right.
unedited? And there's reasons why, and a lot of it has to do with radio stations and audience members and marketing and all that kind of stuff. But something else that I found kind of fascinating was there were these articles about songs that were quote unquote banned. So radio stations were told, there was a list of songs given to them after 9/11 saying, we'd prefer you don't play these songs. And there were 164 songs
That's insane to me.
that were banned.
Like popular songs?
Yes, from American radio after 9/11. Yes, and popular songs.
Okay, hit us with a few of these songs that
Okay.
we might know.
Think of what do you think?
Well, immediately my first thought had been Free Fallin'. By who
Yeah.
sings that song? Tom
Petty.
Tom Petty. Okay.
Yes, that was definitely on the list.
And that one I understand because when you were talking about it, I was like immediately free falling, and the
Yeah.
thought of the people
Yeah,
who
let's
jumped.
not spell it out.
I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Terrible.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, so that
So I get that one,
Ironic by Alanis Morissette.
right? Because there's a line in there
Yeah.
about
A guy who gets on a plane, he had
Yeah.
a fear of flying, and then the plane crashed down. He thought, well, isn't this nice?
right.
Yeah.
He didn't think, well, isn't this nice? He thought, well, isn't this ironic? Well, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
that right? I
I'm
don't
getting
know.
some of the lyrics mixed
Anyways,
up.
yeah.
Rocket Man by Elton John. 164 songs.
Rocket Man?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
What else is on here? Wonderful World by Herman's Hermits.
Okay.
Obla Di Obla Da by the Beatles.
Which
There were
doesn't
several
make
Beatles
sense
songs.
to me.
Yeah. There's so many. And I thought, well, that's kind of fascinating as well. When you think about, the premise of this episode was around lyrics that were changed for radio.
Right.
But then when you think about these kind of world events or, events that could be localized, because these were songs that were banned for American radio. You think, okay, well, it's fascinating that music has such an impact on society that whoever it was that made this list or the team or group of people that made this list actually thought through, okay, well, let's not put these songs out there on the airwaves to not remind people or whatever
Like,
their reasoning was.
how do you come up with that list? How do you just comb through what I wouldn't even know where to start of thinking of songs from the beginning of popular music till that current time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you even do that? Like, where do you find those resources?
This
And what a job that must have been.
article by Chris Cravatin said, right after the attacks, many media companies began censoring art deemed insensitive or anti-American for fear of offending or upsetting the traumatized nation. One such entity was Media Corporation's Clear Channel Communications, now iHeartRadio, who 3 days after the attack sent a memo to its 1,100 plus radio stations with a list of songs that they deemed lyrically questionable and insensitive to play following the 9/11 attacks.
Wow. I don't know.
So
how
real
they came up with
broad
this list.
range
Yeah.
of rationale, I guess. in
And
a sense.
also, I don't remember, like, I guess it wasn't made public that they were not
yeah, I
airing
don't
these songs. I
remember.
guess they just chose not to.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have noticed.
Mm-hmm. It does make you wonder then, like, what else is being censored that we don't know of or
That's
we're not
exactly
aware
what I'm
of?
thinking.
Yeah.
But also just makes me think of the Dixie Chicks and how they were kind of
Mm,
banned or canceled from
Yeah.
country radio
Yeah.
when they came out with when they made that
Criticism.
statement,
Mhm.
criticism of George Bush.
All right. Well, little listeners, that's this week's episode. What
It is.
songs do you know that have lyrics that change for radio? And what did you think about those changes?
Yeah.
Send those comments and thoughts in, and you can do that by emailing us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
They sure can.
Or what can they do, Priya?
You know what they can do? This is very new.
Mhm.
They can slide
Yeah.
into our direct messages
Yes,
on
DMs.
the gram.
On the Instagram. That's
On the
right.
gram,
Yeah.
yeah.
And while you're doing that, the other thing you can do, and we would love it if you would, you can like, follow, share, and introduce us to a friend or two.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be sweet.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it?
All right. Well, thanks for listening to this week's episode, and we will see you next week.
Same bat time, same bat channel.